Chinese Taipei got one step closer to breaking down that wall they were talking about, ZP. They take that first map over Finland. Now we head on to Eichenwald here. Zonda just absolutely dominant in map number 1. Going to keep an eye on him, see if he can continue that success. And he's got to be playing with, I don't want to call it a little bit of a pressure, not as much pressure. I want to say, just kind of needs to really prove to himself. I mean, this is a guy who's played professionally multiple other games, like wants to come up and live to his previous legacy here. Did a fantastic job there in our first map.
Zonda had a great showing as DPS player there. Really made the most of his opportunities. And you talk about breaking down walls. Eichenwald is a map all about that. You get to the payload, you escort it through, and it actually just breaks down the walls after a checkpoint. So one of the cool flavor parts of this map. But as we take a look here at the defense coming up from Chinese Taipei, pretty standard across the board. We will be having Danny on that Mei, Zonda on the Reaper once more, and gonna be Reinhardt Zarya leading things up here on the tank. So pretty standard as far as Eichenwald defenses go.
Yeah, you saw Finland just causing a ruckus in their spawn. They eventually switch over to the composition that we'll be seeing them run on the offensive side of things. Be Himsey sticking on that Roadhog. It'll be so crucial if he can get a first hook here early, ZP. Get a first initial pick, and then you'll see Finland just flood through this narrow choke.
Key here for Finland is that Finland is definitely going more standard, more reliable here. They have Taimu on the McCree, so they're not necessarily going to need to get early picks. Taimu working to take down that Reinhardt shield early on, going to be the engine of this Finland damage, while Himsey still a constant threat of pickoffs here. So Finland just looking to slowly grind down Chinese Taipei, but the Ice Wall is going to split them.
Yeah, and you see it was Finland trying to go there with a fast push, and quickly that Mei wall came down from Danny on the side of Chinese Taipei, splits up Finland. It's going to be Taimu though getting that high ground. He's able to take out one. Needs to go get some health though. It's very weak, I believe, out of 20 HP here. And now you see Finland just doing some poke damage at range, just forcing the side of Chinese Taipei back. And now with that Mei coming off the respawn, Danny's actually going to switch things over to Tracer to get back into the fight. They don't have to worry about getting separated right there. They catch Zonda off on his own. Taimu's able to take him out. Now look for Finland to make a push.
Finland with a 6v3 advantage here. They're almost certainly going to take this fight as Danny just getting domed by Taimu there towards the end. And one good thing about this comp that Finland is running here, where you do have the Roadhog, is that they are able to win Reinhardt v Reinhardt battles where they have way more damage they can throw on to the opposing Reinhardt shield. So Finland just ground that out there, and it worked beautifully.
That was just a filthy shot by Taimu as well. Able to take out Danny when he switches over. Now back on Mei, but as that Tracer, it's so difficult to just track like mid-blink, and Taimu just takes him out. So now it'll be Chinese Taipei here when we go over towards the second point on Eichenwald, just taking this high ground, ZP. And we've seen a lot of teams, obviously they struggle at the end. We'll talk to there if Finland can make it. But at this point as well, what is the best way for Finland to go attack this?
Finland, there's two ways. They can stand the payload and make Chinese Taipei to them, or try and go for the top. And Chinese Taipei, they're coming to them. Graviton surges at the ready here for Lazy Titan. He's not used just yet, doesn't like the situation. Himsey gonna fall, but Finland's still applying the pressure.
Yeah, now you're going to see now the Earthshatter comes in from Baby Nai, and he's going to get a Zarya barrier as well, just to keep him alive a little bit longer. And it was actually a nano boost on the side of Finland, used on City on their Lucio. So obviously not the intended target for the nano boost. We have not seen any nano boosted Lucios intended. Usually that goes on, obviously, your Reinhardts, your Reapers of the world. Definitely not an ability you want to give the Lucio there. Not going to benefit your team at all. And now Finland taking advantage of this Chinese Taipei defense as they're backing up, moving the payload underneath the bridge. It's going to be Zonda able to get one. Danny picks up another, and now you see everything going in Chinese Taipei's favor. Finland does do damage though, ZP. They push the payload pretty far.
Finland put the payload up quite a bit there, and also when the Graviton came in, they didn't use any ultimates there. They said, all right, Chinese Taipei, come in, use part of your ult bank, use your sound barrier, use your Graviton. We don't really care. We're not going to invest any resources into this fight, and we're going to be back with ultimates of our own. Mafu going to be looking to set up his team here with the Graviton. So Finland playing the ult economy game very, very wisely right now, and it should pay off as they roll into this next fight.
Yeah, no, you think Zappis probably gets that nano boost again going into this next one. I mean, he's at 82. You know how fast Anna can charge up her ultimate ability, but here comes Himsey on the sneak. He's going to just hook the opposing team's Reinhardt, but he's going to get frozen. It's going to be a Mei Blizzard coming in from Danny and Chinese Taipei, and now they're pushing through. They're able to pick up some kills. You see Taimu, though, he's going to use the Deadeye. Sound barrier going to come in as well. Just forces everybody from Chinese Taipei back. Able to take out Eddie Boss, though. Taimu picks up two, trying to land these shots on to Lazy Titan, and he does do enough damage. Lazy Titan just trying to jump off the map there, spawn with the rest of his team. It's going to be Linkser taking him out before he can.
Linkser was just being a good friend there. He wanted to push Lazy off the edge. He was actually helping him get to where he wanted with his hammer. But
now you see Zonda getting on the point here, ZP. They're just trying to cause some chaos, and he's going to use the Death Blossom. It's going to be able to get taken out there by Mafu. It's going to be Linkser pushed up, pins one against the wall, and here comes a Nano Boost and a Graviton from Chinese Taipei. So they're not holding on to any of these ults. They're going for the defensive stand here.
I don't know if I like this from Chinese Taipei. They had really bad positioning as they rolled in here, and they're getting punished a bit by Finland. If it works out, it's going to be great. They're still going to be drained on a lot of ults, and it does look like it's working out. So in the end, it's good, but Finland, they're going to have ults coming up on their own. And if Chinese Taipei loses the next fight, they're going to be drained on ultimate to stop Finland when they'll be on their best possible push for last. So the jury is out on whether or not that was a good idea for Chinese Taipei. If they win the next fight, it was brilliant. If they lose the next fight, they might very well lose third right away. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Well, yeah, I mean, just by looking at where the ultimates are right now, I mean, Danny getting very close to a Blizzard for Chinese Taipei, but if Zappis can just use this Nano Boost here, and Finland's able to take this and just push the payload forward, you're looking, Mafu probably has a Graviton, you're looking at Taimu with another Deadeye. Yeah, you could have a lot of ultimates in favor for Finland, but they're taking their time here. Still 1:19 on the clock for them to get this next checkpoint. They're going to use that Nano Boost, and you see it's going to be Linkser, though, frozen right away inside of that May Blizzard from Danny. It's going to be Cine actually off the side of the map as well. So 2 players there dropping for Finland. The Graviton's going to come in from Mafu, and it looks like they're going to get nothing for it. The Graviton comes in now from Chinese Taipei and Lazy Titan, and they're able to pick up 2, and another good hold from Chinese Taipei. And here's where things get interesting, ZP. With only 50 seconds left, it's going to be just Cine with the sound barrier.
Chinese Taipei's gamble has paid off. They were able to win that next fight, and now Finland, they're going to be down to their final push. They have a sound barrier up in their ult bank. They might get an Earth Shatter, but that's going to be it. Zonda now with the key to potentially ending Finland right here, right now. Death Blossom is up and at the ready from Zonda. If he can just find a way piercing the back, and there he is, X. He is creeping to the back. This could be huge for Chinese Taipei.
Oh, and he has been so sneaky. There comes the Maywall, knows that Taimu is behind, and a sound barrier comes in, so he's just doing a good job getting back towards his teammates. He uses the Death Blossom, gets taken out before anything happens. You see the Earth Shatter come in there, knocking Taimu down. He's just going to be out of the fight as well. Danny uses the Blizzard. Now it's going to be the side of Finland trying to push through. Himsy needs to go big here. A fantastic bubble there from Lazy Titan, just keeping his teammate alive when that hook comes through. And now just negating this Roadhog here for Finland. It's just the Zarya, Lazy Titan for Chinese Taipei, going huge. And now you see, oh, it's going to be BBD falling off the map there, getting booped off by Cine. And can Finland push this ZP? They're getting close.
Finland is grinding this out. They're getting the kills they need to get, and they are overpowering Chinese Taipei here. But Chinese Taipei has bought themselves a lot of time, and Finland, they're still in overtime right here. They will be picking up the final bit of time, but they're not going to have much time going here, X. They only have a minute 30 remaining. And you take a look at this, they don't have that many ults in their war chest where they could just easily go through to the end. Now, this is a map here where really, this is the best attempt. When the gates are open, all your 6 can get in right away. After that, it becomes much harder to actually even get into this castle.
Yeah, and this is where, if you're Finland, you need to make things work, or you just need to at least, keep somebody like Taimu or some of your other players inside there alive for a while. He's going to just fly through, uses that pulse bomb, doesn't connect with anybody, puts down some damage though. And you see Taimu now on Tracer, just causing so much chaos for Chinese Taipei. The Blizzard though comes in from Danny. It's going to be Taimu putting a lot of pressure on Danny, so not allowing him to get closer and take out some of his teammates. And you see Taimu able to get Danny, and now you see Finland making the push.
This is the flawless victory that Finland needed. This is a great push right now. Everyone is still up. Himsy in the back, a little bit overextended, gets help from Zarya, but still in a weird position. Goes for the whole hog, is down to Zonda. Goes right to the back. Death Blossom Nano Boost in action, picks up 2. Looking for more, picks up the triple as Chinese Taipei strikes right back into Finland.
And I believe there I saw Cine getting Nano Boosted again, so I believe that's the second time we have seen Finland use their Nano Boost on Lucio. Just misclicks there. Obviously, when the fight is going on, so difficult to kind of navigate which target you want a Nano Boost. And you see Danny pushing outside. Taimu needs to get back towards the payload to force this into overtime. And he makes it all the way to the back, but his teammates now blocked off by this Maywall. They're going to have to get a speed boost here to get back close towards it. And you see the Graviton come in from Mafu. He has a few players for Chinese Taipei trapped inside, but no kills go in Finland's favor.
It's Taimu versus the world for a moment there. Did buy enough time for Finland to get back in the card, but they are down 2. They're trying to stay here in this fight. Lucio gonna fall down, and Himsy Gonna try and grind this out for Finland, but his teammates are dying all around him as a beautiful Death Blossom comes out, sets up Chinese Taipei for 3 kills. They push out Finland, and now they have a chance to win the map and win the series if they just bring that payload to its final point.
Yeah, now Danny had some fantastic Mei play there in the first half. The defensive end was able to just put those walls off, separate the guys on Finland there. You saw at the end, I believe it was Taimu on Tracer trying to get back towards the point, walls him off, cannot extend that OT. Just taking a look at some of the stats. Zonda again, man, 24 and 8 there in the first half on that Reaper. Since he has switched over to Reaper, the side of Finland has had nothing that they can do to stop that.
No, they haven't, and we've been seeing really good contribution coming out of multiple people on the Chinese Taipei team. And just to sort of elaborate as to what you mentioned on Danny there, he's been flexing on and off multiple roles. He has been playing good Roadhog. He has been playing a good Mei. Zonda has been incredibly consistent on DPS characters like Reaper, and that's not to say anything of the supports, where we saw really good plays come out of Eddie Boss all throughout the series. So for those who are wondering, what is about this Chinese Taipei team? I haven't seen much of them. Well, clearly they're bringing a very high level of play here for their country.
And you kind of knew coming into this exhibition, ZP, that you were going to see like one crazy upset that you didn't expect. And I feel like this one may be it, just with the vibe that you can get from just watching these two teams playing. A lot of people thought Finland would come in. I mean, myself, one of the favorites here. Chinese Taipei has really taken it to them here. And once you got to know a little bit more about Chinese Taipei, you could see it happening, right? I mean, Zonda, a fantastic player, playing other games professionally. If you can play other games professionally, usually you can transition, play at a high level on new titles. And then 5 members from the same team, you look, and this is kind of like a perfect storm for an upset.
It really is. But Finland, they're going to try their best to avoid that upset. And one of the best ways of doing that is getting the first point hold here on Eichenwald. It is one of the more defensible points. And take a look at Chinese Taipei. Their game plan is very simple. Look for an early pickoff. It's going to be Roadhog and Hanzo looking for that quick burst damage. Meanwhile, on the Finland side, they're going to be looking to control things, to slow it down. Reinhardt and Mei, full control of this archway as both teams now start to collide.
Yeah, now Zonda is huge here for Chinese Taipei, and you see right there, it's going to be Lazy Titan falling. He actually gets hooked, and then Taimu follows that up with a fantastic Mei wall, blocking off the rest of the Chinese Taipei from going in, trying to keep Lazy Titan alive, so it's going to force Chinese Taipei just play a little bit more passive here, but you see the damage that Zonda's putting down here as Hanzo, and you think just eventually he's going to be able to get one, and then they're going to have to push in fast.
And that's the key with Hanzo. All you need is one. Just one good headshot to start things off as Baby Knee takes down Mafu in the back. 5v5, but remember, as offense, you want to trade out like this. This is a great start for Chinese Taipei as Zonda's arrow hits the mark.
Yeah, now you see they're going to drop Cine as well, so that's huge, but it's going to be 4 kills going in favor of Finland. Linkser gets nano boosted. Now going on the chase, they're going to chase Zonda all the way back. So a very good hold there from Finland. It looked like Chinese Taipei was going to throw things in their favor, but it was Finland answering back with a quick nano-boosted Reinhardt.
But here's the key, is that Taimu will buy some time here at the wall. Chinese Taipei does have a window of opportunity when they can get in before Finland is fully reinforced. Reinforcements are still rolling in. Finland not in the greatest position here. Chinese Taipei, they're going to want to rush in really quickly. They get the hook they're looking for. If they could convert, it would be huge.
Yeah, and it's going to be Zonda using his ultimate on Hanzo. He's able to get one with it. They're going to be able to survive the Blizzard as well. So you see Danny putting down a lot of damage here as Hog getting so close. He keeps connecting on these hooks, cannot just get a pick here. But Mafu and Co on Finland going to back up Chinese Taipei yet again here. So it's a fantastic defensive startup here for Finland. You were worried about them a little bit not being in position there. They're able to hold ZP. Chinese Taipei does hold on to some ultimates here though, so they're going to have a nano boost, they're going to have a sound barrier, a graviton surge, and a whole hog. Potentially an earth shatter going into this next fight.
Mafu had some great Zarya play there to pull that back as the rest of his team was rolling back in. Finland has reestablished. They have the defensive graviton. Chinese Taipei, their ult bank is loaded as well. And here we go. We're going to open up for the graviton. Mafu grabbing 4 people to start things out.
Yeah, but the sound barrier are going to come in from Chinese Taipei, keep them alive for a little bit longer, but does not help them survive through all the damage that the side of Finland is pouring out though. Mafu trying to keep Linkser alive, gets a little bit too aggressive there, trying to get into the Chinese Taipei base. They're able to keep him up though. Mafu just putting down some damage, pre-firing that corner a little bit, just forcing Chinese Taipei to just heal up, giving his teammates some time as well to get in position.
And now both teams relatively even ult economy situations. Chinese Taipei though, down to their final 2 pushes. They need to make something sooner rather than later. Lazy Titan holding on to the Graviton, rolls right to the back. Here's a Graviton of Chinese Taipei with the fall off Earth Shatter, but it's not quite enough as time moves, freezing the backline.
Yeah, every time Chinese Taipei has tried something with using these ultimate abilities, they've gotten nothing out of it. Right there, they use that Graviton, gets like 3 or 4 players in there, but Finland able to survive the fight. Finland there uses a nano boost, so they just have the sound barrier and the Graviton to work with, but all those ults we said Chinese Taipei had, they invest a lot of it into that last fight, ZP. Now you're just going to have the Death Blossom.
And we'll see if Zonda can be the hero once more, because Chinese Taipei, right now, they do need a hero. There's 35 seconds remaining. This is their last good push. They've come out with a Bastion just to mix things up. And this is a good distraction here, X. This might at least keep eyes off of Zonda as he works his way to the back to try and catch Finland off guard. But going against Sound Barrier and Graviton, this is going to be very rough indeed. And there's the Graviton.
Yeah, there comes the Graviton. It's going to be Danny on Bastion just trying to lay down some damage. He's able to get one, but Bastion right now does not provide any mobility to get them closer towards the point. Zonda, when he gets nano boosted, going to be put to sleep there. And you see the Earth Shatter coming in. Zonda getting hit with a kitchen sink. He's going to fall. Den is going to drop.